Okay, so now we're in the part that was Bertha and Charlie's home. Now, it also was the place that if you were coming to the hospital to have a baby, this is where you would be. Now, some changes have been made to the interior when this became the museum. But originally, this section here where we have our kitchen, this was a room that you would have come to have your baby in. And Bertha would have kept you here for 10 days and would have tended to your care as well as your newborn baby's care. We have a receipt, which I just think is just fantastic, from 1946, signed by Bertha Howe for the delivery charges as well as 10 days in a hospital for a total of $60.
Times have changed, haven't they?
Tremendously.
Do you have any records of the number of children born in this hospital?
We do. We have actually a list of the first, well, we cover the first 5 years, but we have also then records beyond that. And we've been fortunate enough to have several of them come in and introduce themselves to me, that they were born here in this, when this was the hospital.
That's exciting. Do any of them still live in Mesquite?
Yes, yes, several of them still do, absolutely. And have come in to find their names on our list.
Of course.
Yes, yes. I'll just point out real quick, this is the original rock floor as well. That was in the building. We've got carpet covering some of it now, but this is the original floor. We feel pretty sturdy walking on this floor.
I'm sorry, Kristen. I think I've seen some of this rock up here on our local mountains. Was it brought
Yes.
down from the Virgin Range?
Yes, this rock was, as well as the rock on the exterior of the building. That all came from local, from the river and anywhere else that they could find the rock. So everything is local here. I was going to point out one of my favorite things here is this quilt. Edith Grace Knight, she was a school teacher here, and this was her retirement gift that was given to her. And it features the names of her students for the years that she taught, and it covers the years 1924 to 1966.
It's beautiful.
It's one of our treasures. And what's fun is that we've had people come in and find themselves or their siblings on this quilt.
That makes this a very personal museum.
It is. You know, we want to be relevant. We want people that live in our community to have a reason to come visit, and we also want those that are not in our community to have a reason to visit. And so I've tried really hard to find ways to bridge the gaps of this being just a place full of old stuff versus this being a place of historic importance, and understanding that history is around us, history is alive, and that it's important. It's important to see these things of these people that lived here, because they're the ones that struggled and they're the ones that sacrificed to make this area what it is today, which is a wonderful place.
You have such a wonderful feeling for your position here at the museum, Kristen. Are you a trained museum curator? Is that your profession before you arrived here in town?
It is not. My background actually was as a paralegal, and I feel honored to have even happened into this position. I was at a point in my life where I was looking for something new, something to help fulfill me, to help where I could be helpful, and this position opened up, and I knew I didn't have some of the qualifications, but I thought, I'm going to try it, and I was thrilled to get this position, and truly have felt honored to be in this position. I have come to feel like I know and love these early pioneer settlers. who settled this area, as I have read their own writings and stories, as I have read about them, and marvel at their strength and their sacrifice to make this home, and the wonderful town that we now get to live in because of their sacrifice and their hardships. And that's truly what I want to share with others. And if you live here and you don't know their story, then I want you to come visit. I want to share their story because it's our story. It's our town.